Okay, your ingredients are margarine or butter, peanut butter, powdered sugar, honey graham crackers, and semi-sweet chocolate chips. Okay. If you don't buy the pre-crushed graham cracker crumbs and you buy the graham crackers, which is what I always do because I like it better. I think it works better than buying the pre-crust, what word am I looking for? Crunched up ones. So you want 1.5 packs out of a graham cracker box to stick in a baggie and make into graham cracker crumbs. So I do that first, then I put them in the baggie. And I use a rolling pin. So you're going to see that there are a little bit of chunks, but you don't want too big of chunks because they're not going to mix well. So once you get, I always add the half a pack after I crush up the first package, because if you put too many in at one time, it makes it hard to crush them all. So we're going to put half of these in here. Which is 4 or 5 of them, because there's an uneven number. And then you if you don't have a rolling pin, you can use a cup for this. And you can see, you know, there's little bits in there. It's not exactly all powder. This one here is probably the biggest that you want. Okay, so set that to the side for a second. We're gonna get the butter into the microwave. All right, I cube it up into my glass bowl to make it quicker to melt it, and also to not have it explode in the microwave, because it will explode in the microwave. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, so gotta cut it in cubes. We're gonna microwave it for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna do it another 30 seconds, and that's just to keep it from popping in the microwave. So while that's in there, this is about the only measuring that I do is the powdered sugar. That you want about 2 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. Which is about that. Put that in there. You Probably don't want to wear a black shirt doing this. So I'm gonna grab my apron. Ooh. Heard a pop. I don't like my microwave getting dirty.
On the apron. Only all that cooking beer.
Huh. That's great. All right, so once it's nice and melted, it can have a little bit of still butter squares formed. The idea is to have it warm enough to melt the peanut butter when you mix it up. So the peanut butter is supposed to be a cup of peanut butter. I just guesstimate because I don't like putting peanut butter in my measuring cup. It's hard to wash out. It makes a mess. So this is a giant spoon, and I'm gonna do 3 decent sized scoops of peanut butter. I'm gonna let that sit there. I'm gonna get out my spatula to scrape around the butter and get all the butter in there. I'm gonna reuse this bowl for the chocolate chips when it comes time for the chocolate chips to be melted. Alright, so here's where we mix. And start off nice and slow because all that powdered sugar in there will make a mess. And then you just keep mixing until it all blends. Then I'll take a look at it and see if it's the right consistency. Make sure that there's no more powdered sugar chunks left in it. So this is pretty good consistency, maybe a little bit wet. So I'm gonna put a little bit of powdered sugar in here. You can also use graham cracker to help thicken it up, but I plan on making 2 batches, so I need my graham crackers. So just that little bit of sugar probably will do the trick. There we go, that's better. So you can see it doesn't slide off the spoon. Okay, a little bit of shaking it does, but that's perfect. That's what you want. Then you get your 13 by 9 pan. One easier to get the peanut butter candy out of. So I use glass pans. Which if you still have it in the bowl, you can add a little bit of water or butter. It's up to you. All right, make it nice and even. Then you're ready for the chocolate chips. I'm gonna put you on hold because I'm gonna do my second batch of mix. Okay. Now it's time for the chocolate chips. So, for the 13 by 9 pan, you use an entire bag. And semi-sweet, I found is the best chocolate chip to use. Milk chocolate ones make the whole combination too sweet. Dark chocolate might be a good option. Not everybody likes dark chocolate though. So, I use the same bowl that I have the butter. You can see the butter is still like melted in there. It's fine. What you want to do is you want to do 1 minute at 80%, mix them, 1 minute at 50%, mix them, and it might be good enough. And then if it's not, then you do like 30 seconds at power 50. Chocolate chips can burn in the microwave if you try to melt them too hot, too fast. So my smaller pan is a little bit wetter. The only difference between using a smaller pan is the thickness of the peanut butter mixture. Now you will see they don't look very melted at all after the first minute. You want to get in there, you want to dig down to the bottom all the way around the edge. That way you're not going to have burnt chocolate. Okay, scrape off the morsels and put it back in. So this is round 2. You can see it's getting a little bit more melted. So you mix it up. And we're gonna go back in for 30 seconds. All right, this is after the 30 seconds. As you can see, they're melting more and more. I'll stir this probably a good 10 seconds. If those lumps don't disappear, then I'll put it back in for 20 seconds, but it looks like they're disappearing. Okay, so we're gonna take this and we're going to pour it over top of our mixture. And if you can see that I'm dragging it across the mixture, that way it's easier to spread. I'm gonna scrape all the chocolate off of this bowl and get it all down onto the mix. And then I'm going to spread this over top. All the way close to the, I don't go all the way to the edges because it's harder to cut it and get it out if you go all the way to the edge. So I leave just a little bit of peanut butter edge out. I tried to anyway, I messed up that one right there. But you just work the chocolate from the middle all the way to the edges. You try to keep it pretty even with the thickness. And the reason why you want to do that is because when you put it into the refrigerator, for the chocolate to harden up, you want it to harden at the same rate. So keep spreading it until you get it all covered over nice and good. Okay, voila, voila. This goes into the refrigerator. I'm gonna set a timer for 15 minutes and then we're gonna check it and see if it's ready to be cut. The 15 minutes is up. This is the first batch. And what you're looking for is hardening of the chocolate, which it definitely looks like it's ready to cut. So let me put you back on the holder and we're gonna cut into this thing, okay? I'm gonna try to get it to where you can actually see what it looks like when I'm cutting it. I don't know if I can do that. Let me see. Okay. So what I get is a butter knife and a napkin. And the napkin is to wipe the knife off after you cut through. So you can make these pieces as big as you want. I usually try to do, this is, okay, I'm gonna show you.